What is up, all you Ultimate Gamers? It's your boy Ultimate Gamer 2004 here. And yeah, you guessed it. Today, we're reviewing... Hold on a second. We're reviewing... Dun dun dun! Second effects. Yeah, we're reviewing... If you can hear the song, you'll know what I'm reviewing. Give me a second. So, if you guessed Venom, you're right. Also, if you can tell by the name of the video, yeah, it says reviewing Venom. So, let's talk about Venom. So, it just starts off like any kind of movie would. Well, it starts off in space, because obviously the symbiotes are from space. And yes, there will be spoilers in this video. So if you haven't seen Venom, back out of the video now, because I'm going to be saying spoilers. So, yeah, this video is a big spoiler alert. So, if you have not seen Venom, and you don't want to know anything about it yet, back off the video now. Back off now, back off now, back off now. Alright? Should've left. Okay. Anyways, so, yeah. For those of you who have coughing, already watched Venom. Starts off in space with these astronauts, and, well, they crash into Earth. And then they find them, and, well, all of them are dead except one. And then, because this nurse finds this one, and takes it in an ambulance, and, well, what do you know? That the astronaut has the symbiote in him. Because they had a symbiote on the ship. Okay. It makes sense, kind of. I mean, decent. But still, after that, the symbiote transfers into the nurse, and then she, if you're wondering which one this is, it's Riot. Riot is the one who was in the astronaut. Because when it crashed, one of the symbiotes escaped. And that was Riot. He escaped from his container. So yeah. It's decent. And, well, after that it starts off with Eddie Brock with his girlfriend. Well, yeah, he was with her in the beginning, and then she tells him to feed the cat and everything. She's like, feed the cat, before she leaves. I'm like, she says feed the cat twice in a row. Man, he must really want him to feed this cat. I mean, feeding the cat's important, so you better do it. So, yeah. Anyways, why am I talking about that? Off topic? Alright. So, after that, Eddie goes to work, and he talks about, after that, he talks about, it tells you, he says, I'm Eddie Brock, I'm a reporter, and stuff like that, and, yeah. Well, we learned about him, and then after that, he talks to this one dude. In the building, and yeah, because he's a reporter and he's doing his job. So, after this, he goes on a date with his girlfriend, and, well, they were talking about what's going on tomorrow, and how he's supposed to interview her boss, even though it's not really her boss, but it technically is. She says, I don't work for him. My friend works for him. I work for my friend who works for him. So you technically work for him too. Because your friend who's your boss, that's their boss. So that makes them your other boss, which they can tell them to fire you. So, yeah, he's your other boss. So, yeah. Honestly, this movie is decent. I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was a fantastic movie. I loved it. A lot of reviewers thought it was crap. I was just wondering why. It was better than Spider-Man 3. Don't even get me started on Spider-Man 3. First of all, Venom was terrible in Spider-Man 3. We don't talk about Eddie Brock from Spider-Man 3. He was terrible. He was weird, and quirky, and I didn't like him. So, why am I talking about this? Well, because I'm just telling you, I think Venom was a lot better than Spider-Man 3. We're off topic. Off topic. So, let's get back onto Venom. So, yeah. After that, he goes to interview, Mr. Drake. Carlton Drake. And, well, he talks to him. He says talking about the allegations of him using test subjects for killing people. It's because he got on his girlfriend's computer. I forgot to tell you this before. He got on his girlfriend's computer, checked everything out, see what was going on with her life, which he shouldn't have been on. He was also looking around because I think he knew he was not supposed to be on her computer, looking at her business and stuff, looking for business. Because it's not his business what goes on in her life, but, I mean, kind of is, but still no. Yeah, so in the beginning, she was talking about their wedding and everything, and stuff like that, so I'm guessing, yeah. So, what he finds, he looks at her computer, and it says, like, he's using test subject that end up killing people. Yeah, his reaction is pretty messed. His reaction is like, what in the actual crap? That's his reaction. His reaction is just like, what? So anyways, yeah. When he talks to Carlton Drake, he says, tell me about the allegations that end up killing people. Like, we're talking about the spaceship, and Mr. Brock, and he's like, no, I'm talking about the allegations. He's like, what are you talking about? You read this stuff on the internet? Not everything you read on the internet, is true. That's what he says, and he says, no, I'm talking about it specifically says that you use test subjects to end up killing people. So, okay, that's kind of messed up. He's killing people, but you know what he's doing? He's going on the street and he's killing homeless people. He's testing it on homeless people. And one of those homeless people, Eddie's friends with. We'll get onto that later on, because she becomes a reason why he gets the symbiote. So, here's what happens. Eddie is just... And then he says, you're finished, Mr. Brock. He kicks him out because he's talking about all this stuff that's true, and he doesn't and then before he leaves, he says, have a nice life. And he gets his girlfriend fired. Which means his girlfriend even said, we're done, because he got her fired when it really wasn't his fault. I mean, it kind of was, but still, he was hiding everything, so... So, yeah. And, well, so, then he goes to this store, sees this one lady, I forget what her name is, like Mrs. C or something. He goes to get stuff, she says, Eddie, you look like crap. Like, he's like, what? She's like, you look like crap. He's like, whoa, you look beautiful. She's like, have you been meditating like I told you to? And he's like, no, it didn't work. She's like, it does work. And he's like, no, it doesn't. Your cousin gave it to me, and it really didn't work. And then this one dude walks in, robs her. He says, give me a beer. And she's like, can't. And then she's like, now. He pulls out the gun. And he says, also double my money. He gives him the money. She gives him the money and everything. Eddie just stands there watching me because he doesn't do crap. Because he's just a reporter. Honestly, he's not a reporter anymore. He got fired. He says, you're an absolute idiot. By the way, yeah, he fired Eddie too. Eddie and his girlfriend both got fired. So, yeah. So later on, Eddie goes to get the paper, and all the papers are gone, and the homeless lady's like, hey Eddie, I know you're looking for papers, huh? And she's like, that'll be $5. I kept them here just for you. And then he's like, that's nice of you. And then he said, how about a 20? She's like, yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. He said, thank you. He says, you're welcome. He says, you're welcome as well. No, you're welcome. And so later on, this one lady from the trailer who called, remember the Venom trailer, and this one lady called, symbiotes, symbiote. What? She actually says it right in the movie, which I was glad when they fixed that. Everybody was raging about it. They're like, symbiote? What? What's a symbiote? Is that a joke? Symbiote. And then when she talks to him about it, she takes him to the facility and she tells him about the symbiotes. And then he goes into this one room because she doesn't want him to get caught. And well, when he goes looking, he takes pictures to get proof that they were testing them on people. And what do you know? He finds that homeless person friend of him. That one homeless lady who gave him the newspapers in there, saying, Eddie, it's me. And what do you know? She is infected with the Venom, this symbiote. And he starts banging on the glass. He breaks it open. The alarm goes off. She immediately starts freaking out because apparently the symbiotes don't like alarms. They don't like loud noises. I think we learned that from Spider-Man 3. Remember when Peter Parker was in the church with the bells and they went off and the symbiote didn't like it? Yep, that's exactly what happens. Why are we talking about Spider-Man 3? I need to quit talking about Spider-Man 3. That's a crap movie. Crap. And Venom was great. Alright, so more about Venom. When she gets out, she jumps on Eddie, and the symbiote comes out of her and goes into Eddie. So that's how Eddie gets the Venom, and then he goes back to his apartment and runs back to his apartment, and he starts hearing the Venom talking to him like, Eddie. He's like, hungry. And then there was this one scene where he goes to the restaurant to talk to his ex, and his doctor is his girlfriend's new boyfriend, which is wow. Just wow. She took Eddie's doctor. I feel bad for him because that's his doctor. Now he's gonna have to deal with that. So yeah. He starts freaking out at the dinner, and he says, hungry, and then he eats the food, and he's like, this is dead. And then he jumps into the lobster, I kid you not, he jumps into the lobster, fish tank thing. He's sitting in there, and then he grabs the lobster and eats it. It's weird. And then when he takes him to get, he takes him in to scan him to make sure he's alright. And the Venom starts freaking out because they place this very high sounding noise, squeaky noise, and the Venom doesn't like it. The symbiotes don't like high noises. They don't like it. It bothers them, and Eddie starts screaming like, "Ah!" And the Venom just is on him. He starts freaking out, and the doctor immediately tells him to turn it off. He says, well, Eddie, we just found out. Here's the thing. You had a parasite. And later on, after this, he goes out, and then he goes by the car. The Venom looks at him. He's just like, you know who I am? He's like, a parasite? And he's just like, parasite! And he pushes him into the wall. And starts talking to him, like with the creepy voice, like this. Eddie, cooperate. Just like that. And, well, pretty good. So, yeah. Also, well, this is honestly a pretty good movie. I'm not going to tell you the whole movie, because it's going to take forever to do that. The video has almost been 20 minutes long, so, well, no, okay, I'm sorry. My computer was in the background. Do you wonder why I was saying no? It's because my computer's in the background. And you know how YouTube does the autoplay thing? It was trying to play something, and I don't want to play it. It's like a song, and I didn't want to play it because I don't know if it would be copyrighted or not. I've been copyrighted multiple times. Copyright sucks. And I mean, sucks. Screw you, copyright. I'm sorry, but still, I hate being copyrighted. It annoys me. And anyways, yeah. So, I'm gonna give Venom an 8. If you wanna know what I gave Spider-Man 3, I gave Spider-Man 3. Here's what I gave it. I give it about maybe a 3. I really did not like Spider-Man 3 that much. I own it, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was I mean, I own it because I want to own the Spider-Man collection. Also, when I was little, I loved Spider-Man 3. Now that I'm older, I realize why people hate it. I mean, Peter Parker dancing in the street is weird. How the Venom gives him emo hair, that never happened. That never happens when you get the symbiote. It never did that to Eddie. So, why does it do that and that to Peter? It's just weird. So, yeah, I mean, this is why Venom is a way better movie than what Spider-Man 3 is. Spider-Man 3 is my most hated Spider-Man movie ever made. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. Tobey Maguire, I like the Spider-Man films, but Spider-Man 3 is not a good movie for you. It's terrible. When they were supposed to make Spider-Man 4, but it got canceled. It was supposed to be better. By the way, Venom was not even supposed to be in Spider-Man 3. It was just supposed to be Sandman and Green Goblin Jr., which is freaking, what's his name? Harry Osborn. Why am I talking about this? Just want to tell you. And also, by the way, even the director says Spider-Man 3 was trash. He even admitted it. The director said, I admit that Spider-Man 3 is a big flunk. And here's what they said. The director didn't even want to put Venom in there. The producer wanted to put Venom in there. He just said, come on, put Venom in it. The director was like, no, we don't want Venom. We'll make it bad. Well, you know, the director was right. He put Venom in it, and it was trash. It messed the whole movie up. All because of Venom. If Venom wasn't in it, the dancing in the street wouldn't be there. The emo hair wouldn't be there. No, nothing against emo people, but why does it give him emo hair? It's just weird. I mean, it's nothing against emo people. I don't have a problem with them. I'm not judging people. I'm just saying, why does the symbiote do that to his hair? That's just weird. So Spider-Man 3 was just trash. It was a crap movie, and well, if the Venom wasn't in it, no Peter Parker dancing in the street, no Peter Parker acting weird, no none of that. It would just be Sandman and Harry. Yeah. So, now you know my review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and well, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.